Anyway, we will see. TSM, they did report and they guided lower. And I'm looking at this in particular because there had been obviously the Buffett bet. He timed that perfectly. And then he got out around here. And then, of course, NVIDIA and all that, drama of pushing higher and staying around this 100 mark pretty clearly. See the 10 week? See the 10 week? Okay, well, they just did earnings and they're below 100. So they are below what really matters so far, 99. This is the level for trading. Now, post earnings, this is the level for trading. If we can get and stay below this 99, and you already know I need a close on a weekly that is red. So I'm just saying trading now, got a little head and shoulders here, get below, come on down. Maybe 97 will be a really good price target for today. And then we'll see if it bounces back up to this 102 and gets rejected and then continues lower. So here's what we got intraday. It's selling off, obviously. We're extended on support level 3. So let's see if we get a little bit of a tag at 98. Maybe they monetize those puts and pull it up a little bit. But ultimately, what we're looking for is this reversal of fortune with a close back below 99. And then Tesla. All right, so that was sweet. Okay, so I had taught, again, there's a fib level, 127.5. Really, this isn't so much rocket science. It was too strong. It did not come down and fill. That was the gap fill, right? We did it. That was gorgeous on the way up. And then it got above, came back in, then it gapped up, deliveries and all that. Yes, profit margins are falling, costs are increasing, and they're just squeezing those margins, and that's cash flow is in trouble. But they still have sales on lower prices, which is what companies are doing, right? And that's what Carvana did too early on. They slashed their prices to get rid of inventory so that they could show a beat, even though margins collapsed. And it did the job of setting fire to the debt holders and to the shorts. And now they're going out and raising. I mean, talk about brilliant. All right. So this is literally what they did. Just beautiful, beautiful job. All right. So we're almost up to that point where it becomes a very, very enticing short again, potentially if you have a really, really strong stomach or you know how to use options masterfully. But this is coming right up into that kind of 58.61 area. But getting back to good old Tesla, we did hit that 300. That was the fib level. Boom. And then we had earnings. I've got no edge with earnings. Zilch. I've got some ideas, but I got nothing solid that you can really, for me anyway, this is, I know Mikey and Archana love to do option trades around earnings. Not me. Okay, so we're down below 282. Let's see if it gets defended. Remember this 281, right? So we got so far a pullback. There's the 21 day, and then it got to that 281. It petered out, didn't break. That's another area of support, and then got above 281. So coming back down to 281 would be very, very, let's just say, insightful. We'll see what happens, but this is the same idea right up here. On the weekly, we tagged this 280.78, which is kind of the same idea. But the point is, I really like this level as we get below 281, then we can have a little bit more party down to 272 and 265. But right now, above 282 means a bounce. So, and this is still a cult favorite. You got Raoul Paul and a whole bunch of others, Kathy Wood, saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. We already did this, phenomenal little dance. I'm going to do this here. We already did this dance of the trend line. Everybody's seen this 100 times. Literally, it's a pullback exactly at earnings, exactly at the 300. Exactly at that 300 fib level. That was easy. Long into earnings, no edge after. But I will say, once we get above that trend line, no mistaking it, we can head higher. Okay, so for right now, it's tradable, but as far as a swing long, this would be still bullish as long as it stays above that 10-week close, right? So, we could drop another 40 points and it would still be bullish. Netflix, we're taking it out. All right, so we're taking it out. It's a very, very, very nice kind of bounce into this pivot area of 455. That's your resistance now, very much so. Now, if we make basically a higher low, which is because of this 21 day, we might get a little bit of support. Otherwise, we go take that out. But that's gorgeous. Bingo. Okay, so that was my pre-market rant that I think we're going to fail and make that go to red. Now we need to stick that landing. And the thing is still not a trend reversal until we get back below this 424 and literally close below the 10. So this is just early innings. But Netflix, gorgeous short. And Tesla, like I said, this is kind of a chop fest. It's less, let's say, convincing. They're not letting it fall from the 21. Look at Netflix right here on the 21. That's the level that really needs to get pushed below. See how they're making this kind of like a higher low? That literally corresponds to the 21. I just said that. So we got to let this basically do its bounce and then trounce. And then Tesla, perfect resistance. Not surprised, but we need to stay underneath the 280. And I don't think that's so strong right now, which is absolutely tag your it. There it is, 98.25, and it kind of hangs out. That's 50. That's the 97. Look at that. That's a bearish bar, but we have to close below that. So TSM looks right now good. Yeah, Tesla's below that 281 area. Ultimately, just find out where that 200-day is. That's the magnet. So Netflix is only down 1.8% since the open. But I think that's a fabulous tag your it Bollinger Band breaks through, which, by the way, that 474 is monthly. This is also monthly. So it would be huge if this dumped down into 424. All I got is 21-day tag your it. This is definitely a higher low on an hourly, but it's also forming an H pattern. That could be dastardly for next week. So we got to see. Doesn't always work this way, by the way. Okay, Tesla's still not giving up. You know that, right? 20 million on the sell side, staying below 280. One is if you're, what do you call it, wanting to short and you're not in it. But just keep in mind, if we get back above that 300, it's going higher. The end. But for right now, no, it's absolutely resistance. They're kind of, bulls are deciding, do they really want to press their bets up here on very reduced free cash flow and margin compression? That's it. Tesla is still fine on that 272, but it is definitely weak looking, and it looks like it's going to head back down to, oops, sorry. Next would be the 21-day. We got a gap, not a gap fill, that already filled. High of 264, low of 2. Oh, we got a gap fill. Okay, next price target. When 272 breaks, we have a channel in here. 264.45 is gap fill. So if you are short from, again, stop 281, this is the channel. Let's see what happens. But obviously, we can break the 272, we get the 21-day, but this is much, much better magnet of this 264. TSM, revisiting the 98.25. That's going to be a gorgeous, by the way, bearish candle set for next week. In other words, I expect this to come back down to about 94 in the next 2 weeks. Not there yet. Below that 97, we have a head and shoulders and a very nice breakdown of about $10 potential coming in. It doesn't look so, like, look at this, overshoots and then kind of comes right back up. Doesn't look so dangerous yet. Look at that 21-day tag, perfect, right? This is the level, resistance. This is target. It's going to now hit the 21 on its way down to 264.45 gap fill. There's definitely selling going on. It's not flash crash worthy yet. So it's profit taking, absolutely profit taking. Netflix is looking dangerous, but it has not, again, repeat, not broken its trend.